So I don't know how long I have been talking about harvest for you each week, but it's really great that we are only 1 month away from our event, and you still have 2 days if you would like to buy the ticket with the early bird price, but you can buy it after if you change your mind later. But we have really great topics, and we will also have a hackathon. So if you are still thinking about it, I suggest you to join us in Las Vegas in September.
I hope at least everyone in this meeting will join, just so we can see you guys and meet you in person.
Nope.
Nope, sorry, I won't make it.
Dave,
Yeah.
are you coming?
What? Sorry, what?
No, I'm coming too. I'm coming. This Lara.
He had to come because he forced Big to organize it. So
Victoria, how many people have signed up?
2.
How many people are we expecting for now?
So currently we are around 30 people.
Wow, that's a big one. Huh? That's good. That's good. Congratulations.
Lauren,
Yeah.
Mike, and 28 from Lombik.
No, not 28, but yeah, but we will be like 7 people from Lombik.
It doesn't matter if Lambic, from Microsoft, or from anywhere. As long as we get people, that is awesome.
Just saying.
Yeah. I heard Microsoft is shipping 7 too, excluding you.
Oui. Okay. Thank you. Now, details. So Zoltan, we were just saying that you are a good swimmer.
That's actually true.
Because you're Hungarian. Hungarian people swim and win medals.
That's also true. Yeah, it's a successful sport.
What's your 100-meter time?
I don't know. I know what's my 5-kilometer time though. That's
5 kilometer. What? So what's your time?
That's a bit more than 2 hours. I'm not too fast, but it's all right.
In the pool?
No, in open water. In pool it's faster, but I usually don't swim that.
For me, it's faster in open water because you have the wetsuit.
Oh, I don't. I just swim in my Speedos.
Oh, yeah, real one. Okay. 2 hours. Okay. $5K. For those who have never swum, it's a lot. Just try to go 100 meters in a pool and get tired. Then you'll go, imagine 5K. Then, when was the last time? 8-6. This one, done. This one, AddTenantReloadWarningWrapper, helpful extension. I don't even know about this shape. Okay. See user events display driver. Because these drivers are not supposed to be subclassed, and it's better for perf because they are overriding lots of methods. Seeing all display drivers. And we run and change. No surprise. It's taxonomy term removal. So we reviewed it during triage. And the reason is that, yeah, if you try to delete a sub-element, it will not be deleted correctly. Workflow cleaning task. Ooh. So the idea is to clean all hanging workflow instances which are done. And instead of keeping them in the database, we can delete them. So permission manage workflow settings, then workflow pruning, startup, feature, workflows. So it's enabled automatically? No, it's workflow. It's a feature that depends. So what is a feature? What doesn't require a feature? So it's a different startup class for the same feature.
That's interesting, but I guess that's indeed necessary because it's not in the roots, I guess. Well, that should matter.
I'm just wondering why it's done this way. Because it would have looked like it's a different feature, but no, it's the same feature. At least from this code, which could be fine, but at the same time, if you don't want it, it will still run a background task. So maybe that's a typo. Let's see. Pruning manager. Display driver, and I mean, okay, display driver to see what you can configure. Settings, retention days, last run to store when to last run, if it's enabled or disabled. That convention is interesting. Because usually you have that when it's false by default, so disable false. Let's see. What's the model? Workflow pruning. The model disabled by default.
It's enabled by default.
It's enabled by default. So disable equals false. Sorry, yeah, disable equals false, so enabled by default. That's what I had in my head. I don't know what I said, but so status is list of workflow status with all the possible status. You have a view. Table. Yeah, so that's weird that the startup here is attached to the same feature, because now it's enabled by default, even though you don't even go to the settings, so it will just run by default. That's almost dangerous, because it's a new feature that deletes stuff. Maybe you didn't want to delete it and it was not deleting it, and now it will delete it. As soon as you restart, oh, let's delete all the old ones. So that's why I would have expected at least to have it as a feature or have it disabled by default, but then it's hard to say now you need to go undisable it. So yeah, I think that might be settings. Number of days a workflow instance is retained. Last time it ran format G. Format solution, because it's a very good job. It's a shape, so it will use, I believe, the current context, well, the localization of the site, which is great. Good. And then for each statuses, it will display if you want that or not. No, that's something you don't do. We don't do that for enumeration. Enumeration is it's almost like between it's correct and incorrect, but we don't do this for enumerations. We just enumerate all the values and we go T with the value. You don't pass a dynamic value like that. We just write all the values of the enumeration and T the string of the enumeration. Otherwise, you can't generate the value in the localization file. The PO file can't be generated from that thing. So it will never be translated. So we need to write the labels for each of them with the actual string that you want to translate. And also
take a note of this on the report.
And not only that, but also because the value, the technical value in the enumeration, what is that? Oh, it's not there. Might not be to close that. The value, the technical value might not be the one you want to display, because it might just be too technical. But sure, idle would mean something, but maybe no, maybe it doesn't mean what it means. So it's better also to be able to use a custom text if you want, like, or 2 words. Maybe it would be a camel case or Pascal case in the technical value, but maybe you want a space in the text you want to check. So that's for 2 reasons. Okay. But that's great to have this feature. Very long way to feature pruning. And this is a background task. Oh, what happened? Background task. All good, beautiful. Keep all important methods in ContentPartDisplayDriver and ContentFieldDisplayDriver. So the same thing, but for the fields and parts. same as, and I say the same thing. Is it there? Change? No, we did merge all the same changes last week. But for
Yeah, it's the
something
same changes. Basically, we have the context as a parameter, and we recommend using it. And each method has a corresponding synchronous version.
beautiful. It was easier to merge. Sortable dependency to script using sortable. How do I say stop? I want to zoom. Well, right here, sortable dependency, sortable, it's an uppercase S. Sortable is an uppercase S. Why? Why uppercase S? Oh, it's sortable with an uppercase S.
It doesn't have to be uppercase, but that's what we called it when we registered it. So it just makes sense to call it the same.
But it was registered differently.
Yes.
No?
It was registered uppercase sortable.
Yeah.
And we're using it lowercase.
I was wondering, and yes, the script itself is sortable with uppercase. So that's why I agree. jQuery is lowercase because jQuery is written in lowercase. Okay. So fixing dependencies. PoParser PERF, just using this string, and also merely escape. Like if there is nothing to an escape, just do nothing. Otherwise, use this string instead of a string builder, and then unescape the thing. Add Blazor guide for decoupled CMS from Mirage. Blazor documentation. Yeah, I think that's an old PR, and I think I did a comment on that one because I see something and I'm like, if I was to comment on this PR, I will say that, and I'd be. Yeah. Let's see. What did I say? Not too sure I said something because I see that and yeah, exactly what I thought I had said. The only thing, so I like that we have more documentation. What I'm not a fan of is that this file, where is the markdown here? Here. If you read the file, if you read the review, and I see, okay, in markdown, you see you follow, so there is a nice screenshot, you follow the instructions, there is a recipe, which is the minimal thing to add. And then you're like, okay, create Blazor app, okay, do that. Some HTML, and link to OC Blazor lib bundle, okay, fine. And then you have to copy paste some CSS like this. And makes me sad. You see, up again, copy paste this file CSS, up again, copy paste this CSS. I would have liked it, but didn't have to bother much with copy pasting CSS content. Or maybe a link to a file they can just copy locally instead of having the content in the tutorial. I'm not sure it helps to just see the content of the CSS in the tutorial. Maybe copy this file, and points to the GitHub repository or to the official source of this file from SPNet if it is there. This way. So new Blazor guide. Check model object in CreateEndpoint to avoid null ref. Okay, null ref check. We said if it's possible, let's check it. File names. Okay. Oh, improve. Oh no, this one is more important than just that. This one is creating a new model for MediaField item. So apparently, from what told me last week, let's look at the PR because there is a screenshot, which is better. Or not in the PR, the issue itself has a screenshot. Here, I'll try to zoom. So this is today, I think that's what we have attached. So for MediaField, we have attachments, and we have an array called file names. The files, the array called files.
No, the files are the new. It's a new
okay.
type.
File names,
File
path,
names,
and
paths.
URLs are the old ones.
Yeah.
And then these are three arrays. Now there is a new one called files that is an array of file name, path, and URL. And so apparently this is better. And then during the meeting, I said maybe we should remove the previous ones because the new one is better. And George made a PR. If it's not yet merged, I know George made a PR. That's why he's so knowledgeable about that. So the feature is to add these new files with three properties, files being an array. And looking at that, now that I've said that, I suggested that George would remove the old feature. I have the feeling that if I made three different arrays, was it for being able to filter? But no, it doesn't make sense because I can still get just the file name. So that should work exactly the same. Because I don't see the filters here, like to say, give me the file name that starts with something, which would be weird. So yeah, I think that's right, but I'm so scared that there was a reason that we had three different arrays in terms of querying. I can't find what, but time will tell. So we have now a new files property that is much better to use, much easier to use. Instead of three different arrays, and it was hard to use. You had to do a loop to reconsolidate the different properties of the media item. That was good. So that's good. And I see that George, I will jump to this one, had this PR merged that is removing the old one, just to have to remove legacy code that is not the best one, but behind the switch, which means by default in the next version that release, it will still be there.
No, by default, it's removed.
It's removed. It's documented that it's removed because you need to use your new thing. But if you don't have time to update your code or you don't want to update your code, you can go there and change the code in document. You documented here also. Yeah, you can call the switch in your code to say, no, I want the old feature. Please don't disable it right now. But in the next version, then you won't be able to do that anymore. So we just give you some time to update your code to the new version. Yeah, that felt weird, right? Give me all the media text and URLs with images. You could even say, give me one media text and 10 URLs. Doesn't make sense. Now you say, give me 10 files and just media text and URL. Makes so much more sense. Which is why I want to have it. Or maybe what's possible also historically that at the beginning we just had, yeah, probably it's that, just had URLs. And then we added file names, and then we added media text, and that was why. Media text, for sure, it was not at the beginning. Maybe we just had URLs or file name, and then we added URLs, and then we added media text. And now
media text is even newer. It's...
Yeah. I think Mike did.
Yeah.
So yeah, so maybe that's the reason why we had 3 different properties. Good. Disable autocomplete for password fields. Yeah, I felt like we did that a few times already, so that's good that you went through all the things. So this is an actual property, new password. That's why it will store my password, but not, I don't know, what does it do?
Like it won't store, it will always require you to put a new password. Not it won't store, it would, oh, well, yes, it won't store, but it also won't load. So every single time you'll have to type in your password. So there's no autocomplete.
Okay, new password. When creating a new account or changing password, it should be used for entering a new password or confirm the password field, as opposed to general enter your current password field. Be used by a browser both to avoid accidentally filling. Okay, this is just for new passwords, so it doesn't try to paste an existing password. Now, is it done correctly? Change password, good. Reset password, good. Register user form identifier. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't look like this is where it should be used. Same edit could depend. Maybe we use the same thing for creating an new request. Good. No, not good. It's just for change password.
The register is good as well, because otherwise it would try to autofill an existing password. But if you have an existing password, then it doesn't make sense to register.
Okay.
Then that makes it
right. Creating or changing. Perfect. Thank you. So creating or changing, good. Reset is changing, good. Register, then good because it's creating. It's just authentication. Okay, everything is perfect then. Okay, sorry. Perfect, Mike. Thank you. And we've reviewed the PR and said yes, no, whatever. So that's all good. I get it. Disable all media field, dump the all dependency. You depend about. Awesome. Demos, questions, topics.
I have an announcement. Yep. Pasted the link in the chat. Oh my God. Teams is now expanding GitHub links. Yeah. So Jean-Thierry Community Award. We talked about this when GT passed that we could have a community award for those community members who did exemplary work for Orchard Core during the last year. And we also talked about that we'll announce the winners of these during each harvest. Now the next harvest is coming, so this is now open. The first award is open. For the next 2 weeks, you can nominate whoever you think was a very valuable community member And then for the 2 weeks after that, up until harvest, we'll have secret voting. And hopefully we'll have somebody selected in a crystal clear way. We'll have a clear winner who will then announce it at the very beginning of harvest. Do everybody please nominate who you think is suitable here in this discussion?
We should put everyone in a pool and let them swim. Last to survive wins.
That will be certainly one way.
You
We will have a
win,
pool.
Do
We
they
will
have
a
pools
pool.
they have pools in Las Vegas, but like not to swim.
Yeah, it's smaller ones.
They have a lake.
Sorry?
They have a lake.
There's a lake in Las Vegas.
Yes, there will be a triathlon in Las Vegas, a professional one, the T100. There will be a one in Las Vegas. That they have a lake. Lake Las Vegas or something like that. Lake Las Vegas.
It's
Lake
actually
Mead. It's called Lake Mead.
See, Lake Las Vegas. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
that's
Can you
Lake
swim in
Mead
the
is
Mead?
probably what you're living.
There is no more water in Lake Mead, or did they replenish it?
Yeah, Lake Mead is where the water is. But yes, they're drinking the crap out of it. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there is no more water in Lake Mead. We'll check Lake Mead after. Lake Las Vegas. Where is that? Go to Las Vegas. That yeah, that's all of And where is Lake Mead? Yeah, it's oh, that's the big one. Yeah, okay. But if you look at the satellite, maybe there is no more water there. Oh, there is. Cool. Okay, so just to say, now we need to. So who defines who can be awarded?
There's a simple. It's a very simple criteria. The nominee should have some publicly visible demonstrated activity, who they did for Orchard Core. So that's going to be pretty much anything. And that's it.
And do you put your name or can you put someone else's name?
I would prefer if everybody nominated somebody else, but of course you can also nominate yourself.
And are Longbeak employees allowed to be in the list?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah.
I mean, Longbeak provides the custom name. I mean, yes, for sure. I agree. I'm just trying to drive the discussion. Like for it, like maybe people would from Longbeak would be like, oh, I can't nominate myself because I work at Longbeak. And no, you can. What can she say?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is not a Longbeak thing. It's an Orchard Core one.
Do you have more points if you work at Longbeak?
Yes, then you are automatically in the top 3. No, of course not.
Does it work also for Orchard 1?
Sure, actually. I didn't think about that, but why not? Don't think there's that many there are that many activities going on there.
Benedek and Matteo. And not around. Does it count if you organize the harvest, like Victoria, and don't commit code?
Yes, so community contributions can be anything, including organizational work or community outreach, or I don't know, writing articles, whatever. And of course, everything that happens in the repository. So that can be code, that can be documentation, help in the discussion board or under the issue tracker, or on Discord or wherever else.
Does it work if you just talk about Orchard and complain about it?
If you do a huge amount of complaining, that's very helpful, then yes.
Good. Okay, thank you. And does it work if you only publish videos online?
Yes.
Okay.
This is just about others finding it really useful, and videos can definitely be very useful and useful work done for the community.
Awesome. Thank you. Link.
I will add my nomination just tomorrow, not to skew people.
We should add all the names that we know of the contributors and everything. That would help.
Well, we can certainly have a long list, but it would be a little bit better if you thought about, if everyone thought about it personally, who you think that single person who did the most.
Is it nominating or voting?
For now, it's nominating.
Okay. Then
for the next week,
during the vote, can we use what's the word of this way of voting? The
preferential voting.
No, a list. When you put a list of preferential order instead of just like.
If you have a tool to make this simple, then yes.
No, it's very simple. It's just about like, can you vote for one person or can you vote for an unlimited number of persons in the order of your preference? The idea being, imagine you have 3 persons at the vote, okay? And 2 of them are super close from your point of view to each other. But the third, you don't care at all. But it means that the 2 of the first one would just share their votes. And the third one might get in the end more votes than everyone else. But if you had known, then you would have said, okay, you see what I mean? The rank voting system. So the idea is, yeah, I think it's great. Yes, there are tools to do that. And for instance, I believe that Brett Morrison wrote a tool to vote like this.
Yeah, something with the blockchain, I think. We can figure it out in the next 2 weeks. This is a first, so we can have some simple voting. It's important that it should be secret, so we actually announce the winners only at harvest. Yes,
and
I will look into
when we're doing the votes for Orchard, Brett would be the one who would get all the votes, the anonymous votes. Well, he would just be the one who keeps everything anonymous. It was not really anonymous, but he was the only one to know. So it was the way it was done. Maybe there is a tool online now where everyone can submit their votes, and yeah, probably.
I will check it out in the next 2 weeks.
Thank you. Any other topic, demo? Mike keeps adding people.
Oh, we should add everyone.
I can edit also your thing. So. You should order by alphabetical order and mention that it was ordered alphabetically. Also, we should remove the uppercase letter of below. Okay, done. See you on Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys.
See you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Night.
See you.
Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
And yeah, like this.